Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The 2026 NATO summit has officially commenced in Ankara, Turkiye, bringing together leaders from all 32 member states. Reporting for Al Jazeera, Martha van der Wolf notes that the gathering is dominated by discussions on military capability and renewed pressure from U.S. President Donald Trump regarding defense spending. Following a previous agreement to target 5% of GDP for defense and security needs, European allies are preparing to announce substantial new military contracts. Outside of the alliance, the summit features attendance from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and South Korean leader Lee Jae-myung, as well as representatives from various Gulf nations. A primary point of focus is the situation in Ukraine. President Zelensky is expected to advocate for additional air defense systems amid intensifying Russian attacks. While the summit serves as a platform for projecting unity and addressing the challenges posed by recent U.S. shifts in air power presence in Europe, analysts suggest the event is largely political, serving to reassure allies and signal commitment rather than produce immediate changes on the battlefield. Google has backed Proxima Fusion, a Germany-based nuclear fusion startup, in a €411 million, 1,568 million tenses funding round, as reported by CNBC. The investment helps push Proxima's valuation to $2.7 billion and underscores Google's ongoing interest in nuclear fusion as a clean, abundant, and carbon-free source of baseline energy. The funding round was led by XTX Ventures and EastX Ventures, with strategic backing from RWE and Google, alongside several venture capital firms. Proxima Fusion specializes in stellarator technology, an advanced magnetic confinement approach to nuclear fusion. The company plans to use the capital to scale up the production of high-temperature superconducting cables and magnets, and to advance the engineering systems required for stellarators. Proxima aims to launch its proof-of-concept fusion demonstrator in the early 2030s, targeting a fully operational commercial power plant, potentially Europe's first by the end of that decade. While Proxima is Europe's most heavily funded fusion startup, it still faces stiff competition from U.S. rivals like Commonwealth Fusion Systems and Helion Energy, which have secured significantly larger capital pools. A significant landslide occurred on July 7, 2026, in a forest area in Zhangcheng County, Longnan City, Gansu Province, China. According to official reports cited by Thai Sounds, the incident initially resulted in 33 people being buried under the debris. Emergency response teams have successfully rescued 17 individuals so far. However, 16 people remain trapped as of the latest update. The region is characterized by steep valleys and intricate river systems, making it highly susceptible to natural disasters such as flash floods and landslides, especially during the rainy season. Historical data shows that the area has experienced similar tragedies in the past, including a devastating 2010 mudslide in neighboring Shokin County that claimed over 1,500 lives. Chinese authorities are continuing to manage the ongoing search and rescue operation in the challenging terrain. Meanwhile, other parts of China, including Guangxi and Hubei, are also dealing with severe weather-related disasters, further highlighting the precarious situation in the country during this period. According to Fox Business, Meta disclosed in a recent court filing that 4 U.S. states, California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey, are seeking $1.4 trillion in penalties in an upcoming child social media addiction trial. The states allege that Meta intentionally designed Facebook and Instagram to be addictive to young users and withheld information regarding the potential mental health harms associated with these platforms. Meta has strongly contested the figure, describing it as unprecedented in the history of consumer protection enforcement. The move award that ad dead is ready said down to poor I can aid, and I see this at said down to poor or caters in DT the evidence and denies that social media addiction is a recognized psychiatric condition. Furthermore, Meta rejects the accusation that it misled the public, noting that its platforms are marketed to a broad audience, not exclusively to children under 13. The trial, scheduled to begin next month in Oakland, California, will also address claims related to the Federal Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. This legal battle is one of many nationwide, as tech giants face intense scrutiny over the impact of their platforms on youth mental health. Hamas has announced the dissolution of its governing body in the Gaza Strip, intending to transfer administrative authority to a UN-backed committee. According to the report from Yahoo News, this decision is being presented as part of a ceasefire agreement between Hamas and Israel, aimed at facilitating the reconstruction of the war-torn region. Hamas officials stated that technical and professional staff will remain in their positions to ensure the continuity of daily operations. However, the move has been met with skepticism from Israeli officials who dismissed the announcement as propaganda, arguing that the underlying power structure remains unchanged as long as Hamas members stay in their posts. Meanwhile, the Peace Council, led by the U.S., stated it would evaluate the move based on concrete actions rather than promises, emphasizing that the agreed-upon committee must gain control over all weaponry within Gaza. Despite the 9-month-old ceasefire agreement, negotiations regarding disarmament and long-term recovery remain largely stalled, with ongoing sporadic violence reported across the territory. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.